We're going to do a bit of a coop tour while I put up the chickens today. First things first is this tin shed. Came with the property, and I've repurposed it to hold the chicken feed. I use a metal trash can. And normally I keep something heavy on top, but you can also use a tie down or anything to keep the raccoons from getting in. It's just a shed basically that I keep some bits and bobs. We got our rooster. We got our surviving guinea. One of them went to my parents' place, and then two of them got taken out by an owl in a single night, where they did not want to go in the coop. This gray chicken and this little gray chicken were from my family, but the four reds and the other rooster all were hatched by us from these three. As of right now, we haven't lost a single chicken in the coop. They've all been lost during the day when we let them out, which we do most days. Normally after we get home from work, we let them out, and then on the weekends we let them out in the morning. We're just giving them a snack. They already got some food today, but this encourages them to come in at the evening and be friendly. And we just spread it around and they're happy. We have a food safe water barrel. I put the lid on top to prevent chicken poop from getting into everything. But this provides water. It's always good to have two sources, so we also have a basic filler water. You can see when we travel, I set up one of the PVC feeders. Underneath, we have a place for them to get out of the sun in the summer and also do dirt baths. I have mulched this previously, just so they have stuff to dig around in, that kind of stuff. I have a fig planted in here and a persimmon. Both are still alive, even though the persimmon doesn't look it. It is December. And we're seeing how those do in here. See some leftover pumpkin. I built this myself, mostly out of some timber and some stone. There's a ring of stone around it, as well as chicken wire mesh along the outside. There, you can see some of it there. I have two grapevines growing on the outside to provide shade, drop to grapes. Also, it's just a nice look. We have gotten grapes off this year. All right. Well, the guinea kicked him out. Now we got to put him back in. You can also see the outside. So as far as locks go, I have a pretty simple lock. I have a little extra protection around the base because, you know, this was one of my earliest attempts at building something, and well, it certainly shows. It's also why I have this secondary grate hooked up to provide extra protection from the most likely point of egress. This is what the door looks like when it's all closed up. and we haven't had any problems yet. So their actual coop area is built primarily from fence boards. Just got them at Lowe's for cheap. I have a double lock system as well. And then if I really wanted to, I could run a board through here, but hasn't really been necessary. So I have some extra protection up there because, you know, gaps, measuring is actually pretty important when you're building something. I have a mix of grass and wood chips. I have 3 primary roosting areas that have done us well. Looking at potentially adding another one and getting a few more chickens. This has all been stained. The window over there has double chicken wire on each side because it faces the outside. This one only has single because it faces the run. This is very important in our area because it is very hot in the summer, and ventilation in the summer is very important. Otherwise you can lose birds. For winter, even with the ventilation, it provides enough protection. We've never had any problems, even during freezes, with our birds showing any signs of distress due to the cold. You can see the entrances to the egg boxes. I've already removed the eggs for today, so you won't get to see the eggs. Most of our chickens do a light blue egg. This is the egg box. You can see I built it out from the coop area. This is also how I did the roof. It is double layer of plank boards stained on both sides and then just drilled together. It is heavy. Some people struggle lifting it because it is fairly significant in weight. See, that's one of our chromatic eggs. We have had snakes get in here before, but it has been quite some time since then. But occasionally we do get a snake that tries to eat some eggs. Luckily we haven't had any poisonous snakes, no copperheads in here or anything like that. I do have a latch system set up so that if I wanted to, I could tie it open, which we have to when we had to get a snake out. But I filled some gaps and snakes haven't been a problem since. I did originally have a wide egg box, but I did separate it using another trash board basically, and they have been more willing to nest here than before I had those set up. You can see sealing off. Always better to overseal than underseal as far as protection goes. We do have a fake owl set up, hopefully to help limit aerial predation. You can see I have to repair those boards, but it is waterproof. I did have to seal a leak or two, but overall it's been very successful as far as preventing water getting in the coop. See, the coop's pretty tall. It makes it easy for me to walk around. We do not have any of the wood concreted in. We merely sunk it and filled it in with local dirt. We have about 1.5 to 2 foot of sand, and then it gets into a hard red clay. So once you get about 6 inches into the red clay, it doesn't tend to move very much. We haven't seen any significant settling, but you can definitely see that this is a first time build in regard to woodworking. I have never built anything before I built this. I have a ramp set up. Haven't had any problems with them accessing, and I have some stones in there that I move around, including some wood, because then they get a kick out of digging for grubs and the like.